Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Just past another. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Looking deep for Adams. Touchdown Raiders. Devontae Adams. 44 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Allen's got it, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And here comes Abdullah on the return. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Second down, Jacobs once more.
And some room to run now.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Raiders had 5 and 6 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Carr to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. And solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. He hits Adams complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. They want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Jacobs. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
all of a sudden those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's Eckler again. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Herbert on 1st down now. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 47 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake. Carr. Looking deep for Adams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 14-14.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 16
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert just beat the play clock. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Herbert now. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this 1st half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Carr now on 1st down. And this one too low.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. To throw, it's Carr. On the move, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Nate Hobbs.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start. What you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 8-yard line.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stumping that one short of a 1st down.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. That goes for 15 yards on the fake, a 1st down. And a lot of fist pumps right now on that sideline. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert.
His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, it's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Back to throw here, Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I'd say they learned from his costly red zone pick earlier in the game because this time he puts the throw away from where any defender can make a play on it. Unfortunately, he also sailed it over his intended target, and that doesn't work out well either.
About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, I All I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 30 yards there.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Eckler, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the 37-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Herbert. Williams brings it in. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That goes for a gain of 31.
A very nice nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Up the middle with Eckler. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss a run like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about going to want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Hopkins' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That is caught. It's Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw once more on second and 10. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Eckler now between the tackles. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First down, they stick with Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Here's Herbert. He's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Herbert, third and goal. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Donald Parham with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give him a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Herbert now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on at 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Carr.
At the 30-yard line.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The handoff, it's Eckler. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Herbert.
Open man, Parham. He's got him.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Touchdown! Donald Parham, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 24.
Chargers 45. Raiders 21.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
637.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings it back to Ryan. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
117 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for it with Spiller.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
At the 1-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total.